What is up, people? Welcome back to my full Clan War League recap with my clan War Tyrants. We're going to check out a few attacks from a couple of attackers who aren't on our team, such as Judo Sloth, Kazuma, and Invincible LG. So that's going to be quite exciting. And whilst we look at their replays, I'm going to talk about our overall performance as a clan. But first, let's check out how our clan actually performed in our group. As you can see, we were able to come second, just missing out on the first place by 1 star. So very unfortunate. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. As you can see, though, only 5 of our players were able to go perfect, which is really low for our standards. Usually we'd have 10 or so people going perfect. But let's just get right into the first replay. So the first person we're going to watch is Judo Sloth attack Kaito. But whilst Judo Sloth attacks this base, I am going to talk a little bit about our clan's Clan War League group ranking. So let's begin with the first place clan being Persian Gulf. Now, these guys finished with 359 stars. For those who don't know, the maximum amount of stars you can get is 385 in Clan War League. But hear this, they only had 5 fails the entire Clan War League. So how did they manage to drop the extra 26 stars? Well, the short answer is that they lost 2 war days. I feel like they got very unlucky to lose those war days as well. And if they hadn't have lost, they would have placed probably well within the top 10 this Clan War League month. So a bit unfortunate for them. Then, of course, in second place, we had War Tyrants. Now, hear this. We had 4 fails in the first 2 days of Clan War League. Persian Gulf had 5 fails in total, which is pretty crazy to think about. But we ended up having 16 fails in Clan War League, but still managed to finish on the same amount of stars as Persian Gulf. We simply lost on percentage, and the reason being is that we only lost 1 war the entire Clan War League, which we did lose to Persian Gulf. So that is why we did not get first place in our group. Moving on to the third place clan, we have Psycho Soldiers, who had 19 fails and also only lost 1 war day, which was to us. They finished 3 stars behind us as a result on 256 stars. Now, finally, we have Kazuma, who finished in the 4th position, but he had only 2 fails in the first 6 days of Clan War League, which is absolutely bonkers. He was eventually let down by his defensive capability because, of course, he only had 3 max bases, which meant that he actually lost 2 wars and also drew in 1 war. So he missed out on 30 stars there from war win bonuses, and he did actually fail 3 times on the last day, but I believe he only really failed because he was demotivated and he wasn't able to win and get a high rank anymore. But moving on to the final 4 clans in our group, we had quite a shocking result where Red Wave, which was where Invincible LG was playing, as well as this other guy called Jerry, who I believe is a top Legends pusher, but I could be wrong. They actually finished in 5th place and were actually quite a way away from the rest of the group. As you guys saw in one of my previous Clan War League videos, the Battle for Number 1 video, they weren't even close to us. It was just these top 4 teams that I just talked about in slightly more detail, which were much further ahead from Red Wave. But nonetheless, they did manage to finish 5th and did not get demoted. The clans that did get demoted, however, were Vatang Legend, which was a South Korean team, as well as Judo Sloth's clan, and I believe the other clan was called Ascending. I've got no idea where they're from. But that is the full recap of our Clan War League group. Now let's move on to my performance as an individual whilst we watch Kazuma attack here with the Root Riders and the Raised Gem. Surprisingly, he doesn't use the Healing Tome, he uses the Eternal Tome. No idea why. I assume he does use the Healing Tome in hard mode, but he uses the Eternal Tome in regular mode. For whatever reason, I don't know. But let's talk about my personal performance as a player. Quite a memorable Clan War League for me. Starting off in day 1, I was able to attack Invincible LG. I used my classic Root Rider Legends army. this was a pretty clean attack, and you can definitely go back and watch all of my previous attacks from this Clan War League season if you would like to. Then on day 2, another memorable attack for me was on Judo Sloth. That video of course did very well for me, and I was very pleased with my attack on that one. We used Fireball, if you guys do remember. Now for day 3, we were playing against Psycho Soldiers, I do believe, and I went back to my normal Root Rider army because I was kind of like last pick and I didn't really have much choice. So I just went for the Root Rider Rage army, which I'm most comfortable with, rather than doing something more complex like Fireball. Now on day 4, that was another very memorable attack for me. I actually accidentally swagged my entire army. I did not boost my super balloons, or rocket balloons rather, in the attack. So I basically swagged 16 rocket balloons in that attack accidentally, but I was able to get quite a good thumbnail and quite a good title out of it, so pleased nonetheless. Then on day 5, we played against a pretty bad clan, which didn't have any good bases, which is why this attack didn't get its own video. I believe I did feature it in a previous video somewhere, honestly can't remember. Then on day 6, we went with Kazuma's base with the Fireball, if you guys remember that attack. To be honest, that attack was really close, and that was the closest that I got to failing and messing up my perfect streak that I have in Champs 1. But of course, I did get the job done, and then I used my Fireball army once again on day 7, again tripling a base, which I was of course very pleased with. We did secure the perfect Clan War League, but unfortunately, we were just 1 star away from placing first in our group. But I would like to give a huge shout out to my clan for allowing me to attack every single person that I wanted to attack for content. If you guys do want to join us, you can check out the link in the description where you will have to apply to join, but I'm sure if you are good enough, you will be accepted into the clan. And also, this Clan War League season was quite a big milestone for me. It marks a month of this channel being active. The growth has been absolutely insane, and you guys are to thank for it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support on the videos. I really do appreciate it so much. I do hope to be launching my Discord server sooner than later, which I did promise to you guys, I believe about 3 or so weeks ago. So my mistake. But that is all I really have to say in today's video. Let's just watch the rest of Invincible LG's attack, as I'm sure you guys are interested to see what happens. So let me get in my commentator mode to talk a little bit about this attack. So Invincible LG is using the Rage Gem Eternal Tome variant of Root Riders. Now I definitely do think the Healing Tome variant is a lot stronger, and it's also favoured by pro players. But for some reason, Invincible LG and Kazuma have both been using the Eternal Tome variant as opposed to using the Healing Tome in Clan War League. I've got no idea why whatsoever, but nonetheless it is clearly working out for Invincible LG. He still has the King ability, he still has the Queen ability. The only thing is that gold storage, which that Archer is slowly chipping down on, but he does have the King ability which can snipe it in just a moment here. So I think he's going to pop the Queen ability any second now, and then he's going to pop the King ability just after. He can snipe everything nice and quick, and there we go. It was a 3-star. Let's just get into a tiny recap for today. So there we go. That was my full recap for my clan and my own performance this Clan War League season, the August 2025 season. Again, thank you guys very much for all of the support over the past month. It's been absolutely crazy. So thank you so much. But that's all I have for you guys today. I'll be back tomorrow giving you guys 3 of our best Clan War League bases which we used this month. So hopefully I'll see you then. Goodbye.